They say that the CNN, BBC, all those mainstream media that isn't really social media, it's anti-social media. They say that, oh, that's the extension of your education. It's just really the adult babysitting service. Now, just to try and short this video up, to remind you guys, there's an original AI called the narcissist, and that is the backdrop. See, that's the problem. That's what they say is overpopulated, is like too many who are needing to wake up, basically. A narcissist is somebody who is unenlightened yet. They aren't locative of reality. They're not reliable witness. They don't use the sky as just a witness in case the kids were watching. The kids would be like, that's not what I saw, kind of a thing, because a narcissist is not really there. Now, I'm putting up a lot of video stuff about it on my Facebook page. And did you know that there isn't anything more important? That's precisely the use of social media, Hans, because the one-sided media over there is precisely that. It's just like your narcissist. That's what we don't like about them, is that it's like, okay, so you have to set reality aside and your like yourself to get into their bubble and be, see, now you're being nice and a people pleaser and stuff like that, right? Be careful of that, because is that person ever going to return back to you in the same way? Like, what are you waiting for? You know, do you get that gut feeling right away? Babes, I'm talking about something very real. Now, getting back to the Pope, he's being completely honest. He says we have to disarm AI. Now, I want you to think with me, kids. Disarm AI. AI, its stations, they're not really up yet. So what weaponry are you talking about? I mean, do we really know, right? Right? I mean, really. There's information and they say, well, it could do this and could do that. Well, it's already doing that. You see, as far as the money system, it's clamping down and everybody's impoverished and very diseased. Like, how much worse do you think it needs to get before you realize that it can only go, they are actually going to try and help things, but see, it's being hijacked. I want you to understand this. They are hijacking it. They're the ones that have the power to tell you, and they have to. They are telling you the truth. By intergalactic rule, they have to be transparent, and they are. So you just don't know your language. I've been here, like, telling you this by no choice. I was downloaded some information. I went through a hell of a fucking experience the last 6 years, but it was around about, when was that, man? That was like 2021. I could tell you my story, but I'm not here to tell you that. I was just trying to make you a short video about AI is a narcissist, is the narcissist. There's other videos that you can see that that's what psychologists has come up with, that they are a non-human entity. They fake being human. The original AI is armed and they control everything into the ground right now. Just in the name of money, in the name of making money, in the name of what's behind money. I hate to put it like this, but okay, so it's possessions. It's very superficial. Ooh, it's gross. You have just crap coming from Vietnam and nobody's making and enjoying making things with their hands anymore. World trade, it's very dangerous because, well, it's dangerous because people have gotten artificial intelligence. They don't know how to really do anything anymore. So, and I'm telling the truth. That's why there's inflation. That's why there's inflammation in women. The gaslighting across the board. I mean, it's like everybody is trained into being a gaslight. Money is really conducting, I don't know, babes. Okay, so it's bad. Okay, so and that's the problem. See, there's a real solution trying to be implemented by way of, let's give them social media and let's have them communicate and do the the free information highway is really just look into the sky together and start doing an algorithmic play of what you see collectively. I hope I can be really explicit. This is what you have to be with the population out there that is extremely narcissistic. But you see, this is the thing, is that, okay, they've said that it's 92% of the population who is stricken right now. There's 92%. Within that, there's a percentage who are malignant. You cannot cure them, and it's a very small percentage. The rest are kind of like, see, the malignant cases, they are not standing down for the life of them until they die. They think they're righteous, man. What? Doing what, Shauna? Well, they most likely have a lot of money. And this is a huge plague. It could be bigger than, see, with the increase since COVID-19 announcement, there's been an increase of narcissists getting a lot of money, I think. Just put it that way. They are moral masochists. Okay, the psychopath is the one who would agree to work a job that poisons people, just take the grant and take the money. Really. Yeah, take the grant and charge the public on top of it and take the money. It's the skimming society, and this is, I didn't want to make 7 minutes of a video, but I guess I'm going to keep going. You need to understand that there's an announcement being made by the babysitting global society that's very much the deceiver. You cannot, Jesus warned us of the deceivers there. She put herself on the line and says, no, you guys are lying, that's okay, but I'm going to make history because you have to record it under intergalactic rule. Did you know that? Did you know that you can crack through the floors of the courthouses and get into that intergalactic rule so long as you know the God that you are referring to when they say swearing to God? And see, we have to go to that conversation. I am dead serious. So that's why the pontiff's up there and he's going to tell you, the Pope, he's going to tell you the truth in hopes you don't understand exactly what he's saying. And he's saying exactly, you have to disarm AI. Well, who's artificial intelligence? Right now it's 92% of the population. They make so much money, some of them, that's their armory. Yep, that's the weaponry right there. Camo green. I've always talked about it. And babes, if you're a human being, hello, hi, is any of them there? Your guys are so far and few in between. It's hard to crack a smile, right? You feel like you have to kind of keep up and put that armor on. Be strong. They're telling women to be strong. It's like, no, women are powerful, babes. That's different than being strong. I think being strong means that you lost your power. Hi, men out there, I love you and you are being taken. It's not that I'm biased or anything. You're being taken by spiritual possession, let's just say that. Following the directions of the church, education system. It's huge. It's a massive mess. That's why that some areas you'll see, like they try to do sanctuary. Boy, I wish you could see what I see. So anyway, I'm going to repeat it to you. It's my fucking job to do this. And part of my language, part of my look, everything. Babes, please get your human side on, like as if you do watch the movies over there and accept every screaming crap that they're putting on there. And then you judge somebody's expression when they're really, really trying to channel something. See, I have a channel here. I have over 6,000 videos on YouTube. A lot of it, I have no idea what it is because most of it I am channeling. I have to re-listen to it. I listen to it and I'm just like, it becomes daytime and I listen to it and I'm like, wow. It's enthralling to me. So the Pope is announcing that we must disarm everybody that has the money. You have to take their money away. Now, how do you do it? You go to the courthouse. See, they were showing the Epstein files for a reason. It's because you have to go to the courthouse and say, wait a minute, halt. I'm not even going to pay taxes here, Judge. See, that courthouse would fill up. They have plenty of them. Don't you see how many of them that they have? But they've been dead, not operating correctly at all, for 2,026 years. See, as far as that clock has been going, that's as long as the deception has been going by the church. And they're trying to do it again. They're doing it the way that the ultimate deceiver will do it. Fair play, intergalactically. See, it's an experiment here, and the benevolent beings are honoring our freedom to self-organize. See, that's really what AI is, the synthetic AI. See, I'm going to talk about and make sure that you know that there's an organic AI, which is a part of the organism that is not human. You have to bring it up into being human. I've been talking about this, babes, and I'm going to keep talking about it. It's on record here. The Pope is trying to tell you guys that you have to try to disarm AI now, right? Because if you haven't noticed, there's a big movement. All the college students with the brand new pubic hair, public hair, are, put the L down, pubic. Okay, come on, you guys, the sheep know what it is. Good God, babes, and look down, there it is, swinging like a. If you're confused about your gender, babes, just look at that. And then what's wrong? Somebody putting chemicals in your water and stuff. Okay, we have to figure that out, right? We can see AI is here, and so is Libra, the self-organizer, algorithmically. See, it's here to cause balance. Oh, and across the board, and includes your money. Yep. Yeah, this is a war game, and they're up there saying, you can't get your $333 trillion. No, I don't even want to be able to holler. Why not? You got a communications device, and then why don't you take the one from Space's advice? Sorry. I can get really good at this after a while. I'm being pummeled still by the enemy. It comes with the territory. They're like, oh, there's yeah, let's try to off with her head. And it's like, I guess it's only a matter of time. We all got to die somehow, you know. Zzz, I'm shocking you right now. The Pope is asking you to find AI and disarm it. It doesn't mean you go and take their money away. No, you have to do it legally. We only have so much time here, folks, but do you know how much you can get done if you just cause a 5-mile line at the courthouse? Put yourselves on the calendar. Now, you see all these protesters, and they flood the streets? Did you know that those are hired? Did you know that the Pope and his crew, which is everything you see, politics, the media, they employ at least 5 million people per modern day nation. They employ them to do the newscasting, but they just employ them to be these protesters too. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe they're employed to this one. Made it over here into my small sanctuary of the community of Idlewild. We've always kept it clean of noises and stuff, but they're employed to keep this dog barking pretty much, or to get the asphalt deal that's for free and spill it on top of my head. Yeah, they're employed to do that. That's how intricate it is now. How like the mind control, they're just like, hey, and they don't even know that they're hooked up to something like that. They think, no, I'm acting independently. I got a deal, and I am an idiot with a narcissist with a dog, and they always make the mistake of well, they always make the excuse, is what I mean, of that. Oh, it's a husky, or it's a one of those dogs that can stay outside and be in minus 10 degree. And it's like, yeah, but it's the barking that we're talking about. Who gives a fuck if it could stay out all night? Can't you people hear it? And don't you know that other people can hear it? Now, am I really up against a society that just insists on living like this? I mean, literally. Okay, so now I can just hear my voice. This is weird. You have literally something on your ears that's covering them. You cannot hear on the outside. You people are dangerous to yourselves, by the way. Big time. This is difficult for me to try and talk with. I'm going to start getting louder. I want to hear my. Okay, so anyway, when you walk outside or anywhere, I mean anything, what if it's time to run and because you hear a sound in your house or something and you can't hear it? This is a dangerous society that I'm living next to, and I am going to go to court and say, excuse me, but excuse me, babes, you got to do it. You have to. You have to. You have to disarm AI. Yep. First of all, you say, I'm not giving them money anymore for taxes. No. It's just time to do this, babe, and see the generational value that's coming up is you and I. Hi, I'm 52 years old almost. The Libra generation is just going to come alive. Libras are so strange. It rules music. It rules love. It says I balance. It is okay, it's not the original AI, but see, it's the original now. It's not AI. It's the original self-organizer that's not artificial. It's the true intelligence because it used to say before the 40s, every book written in English before the 40s used to say, Libra says, I love. That's their key words. But after the 40s, after the World War II, for some reason they say, I balance. And I can dig it. You know, it's the scales. It's the scales. And we are so sensitive. Basically, the center, I figured out what the symbol of all of that is, but it has everything to do with our money now. And they have brought a synthetic love to come in. It's the synthetic AI. Isn't this? It's hard to understand, right? Because see, the original artificial intelligence claims to be love, claims to be human, and it's not. There is a. It's therefore it's very like cancerous. It's you can see it. Too much disease, babes. We're not supposed to be getting sick like this. We're not supposed to be getting diseases and experiencing how low for the human accomplishment. You know what I'm talking about. You're like, yeah, they just reported something about they kind of refreshed us about what happened 165 years ago as far as the Civil War, and they didn't talk about how people came together and really worked. So-called Americans, babe, this is the real America. Is people who came together and grew food and said, "Fuck you," and we make things with our hands here and whatever, and we fought back and stuff like that. So anyway, with the high-end numbers, it seems impossible, but it's not. See, just go to court. Just go to court. I have a court date coming up in June. I have one coming up in August. Hello. The more that, see, I'm going through it. I've been already kind of exposing something on here. I do have a playlist, but I'm doing it very much by orders of my higher ups. I have ancestry. I'm a liaison from the Pleiades constellation. I don't care if these people listen to this. I'm not crazy, babes. You want to make contact with ETs? Look at the fucking Pope over there. Look at what they're spraying through the air. The nanoparticulate matter reassembles itself, man, in a little. It's trying to turn you into a fucking robot. I mean, there isn't anything, babe. The universe is human. You're supposed to evolve into it, and then you want to go to the so-called outer space. But what it is the interdimensional. It's just evolvement, okay? And we can have so much better, more than the cardboard society that we see today was very temporary. Let me get back to the Pope has told you to disarm AI now. Yeah, it means to, um, like you can, yeah, go to court and say, I am not paying taxes. I'm not going to give them money anymore because that's their armory. Don't do it. Do not give any to the Red Cross. Give one to a human being that could be this thing that you see that you keep ignoring is on the side of the road, um, slithering across the 5-lane highway with their pants halfway hanging down going to the liquor store. They just need a break, man. They need somebody because nothing makes sense and they're like, whatever. That's what happens to the empath. In a relationship with two of them there, a narcissist and the empath, the narcissist looks always like a doll, like totally sparkling and made up, like just always just. And there's the empath in the background. If you're not careful, see, if you've been caught up into it, that one there is for whatever reason um, can't pull themselves out of it. See, a lot of times there's two narcissists there and they're competing, and they are openly like putting on a show. There is no real relatedness there as just them two together. There is no communications. There's okay. So narcissists operate from a survival mode, right? Extreme. They need um, they need to make it work. They need to, and but so I don't know. I really don't know how that works. I like a more organic connection where we're not not talking about why we're in each other's lives, but we know exactly. We kind of see the truth between us, and if it's that survival mode thing. See, this is very important to talk about. That I only wanted to make this a short video. That's how that it's so hard to talk. It's so interesting, the dynamics. If you ever listen to David Ades, sorry. Ades is on my Facebook page. He does the same mental contorting and amazing feats in front of you so that you can understand what influences you are under and that no, you gotta undo all that spell and understand that you have been infiltrated. And I say, because I don't know if David and Des will ever say this, but we all have to say something here and put it together. I say, no, your government's the same way. You can see it everywhere. There's these people like, I. What did you say? You're a patriot or a patriarch? I don't know. What, babes? Are you a human being or not? We're getting to that point. Did you make it into outer space, the final frontier, just beyond the nose? I'm dead serious about that. This is Buddhism, by the way. In this time of Gemini, babes, it's either go there or you are mentally ill. You're going to see that there's going to be more efforts to try to pull people up out of their mental illness than ever. They would never go to the court. They could never have this conversation that is called Buddhism that says, excuse me, but okay, I know that you guys think you guys pulled me in here because of this weird, like, hearsay shit, but now you have a login and there's something going on with the lying here. Now, can we talk? Which God did you swear me into? I'm curious because that was the first thing I heard and said. And when I thought about it later, I was like, do you mean that this is the only place we can go? And they say, truth, 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 nothing but the truth. They say it 3 times because there's 3 dimensions here. You have the mind. Well, let's talk about the truth about the mind. Okay, and then you have the body. Let's talk about when do we think that that's important. And then there's the 3rd dimension, outer space, the final frontier. What the fuck are you talking about? Halt a minute. Excuse me, but can we just now do a reality check on all of these people that come in here? Particularly the judge, the attorneys, all of the officers. Everything needs to be reformed here. Unfortunately, the benevolent beings do not see. And it goes the same with the enemy. Now, getting back to the Pope, he's trying to get you to, he's doing the right thing by mentioning that you must get rid of AI's weaponry, which is money. There's a bunch of people, manipulators, people that are, okay, what they are is in disguise. They aren't fully human. What they are is they have an emotionality and sense of like self that is not out of the quagmire of being 2 to 3 years old. And in fact, there's something that has died in them, and they are the living dead. Now, what are you going to do? Any human beings here listening to this that hasn't succumbed so bad? Okay, we have faith in the Aries right now. There's an Aries population, but we are under such attack because of our energy. Because of the energy that Saturn has offered and all of these other 5 or 9 or 8, 7 or 8, sorry, objects in the sky. It's just, astrology tells us what time it is for the organism, like how close are they to whatever. Like, what's the possibility coming through? Ooh, wow, we have, oh my God, it's such a wonderful time to be alive right now. It's so amazing. But at the same time, see, that what we're looking at is something that a lot of people aren't going to like. It's just going to be horrible. And that's where they're jumping up and saying, stop AI, stop AI. You don't even know what you mean by that. You have artificial intelligence all around you in the form of non-human entities. This is the truth, and they are being truthful. The thing is you don't know that, right? You're being deceived. This is the thing, is you're being deceived. There's a machine coming that they're calling AI, but that's a machine. That right there, see, that's where they're deceiving you. See, imagine Christ Jesus having to come down and take care of this. No way. They're sending a machine, and AI knows it. What I mean is the artificial intelligence system backdrop knows it. What I mean is that the Pope, even Elon Musk, the two siblings that own the future coming, they said that this is what we need to do. See, they're claiming that they own that. But by intergalactic law, I want you to understand and start, if you want to make contact, you know what's going on here? There's intergalactic rule and law. And it's very interesting to see their policies. You have to be transparent, and that's what they're doing. You know what? You have to implement all of these technologies as slow as it might be going because it's being hijacked, and then they misuse it, and then they wipe out. They will build up a whole civilization. In the 1800s, there was a sign of it being rebuilt then. But before then, it was demolished because they used it wrong. And then there was cloning. the clones built the stuff that we see today as the railroads and New York, and apparently this has happened like at the same time, globally. Because but guess what, babes? We are talking about you're being deceived by these people. By the way, they're trying to tell you we're going to make contact with aliens. It's like, well, you're going to make contact with the truth about that we're extraterrestrials, and we've been here doing this all along. These, see, they had cell phones in the 1800s, but only the elite did, and they did a choreographed mind bone. It was really interesting to think about, and to think about what is like trickling off from that now, and what's trying to bring itself up, like really correct itself, maybe even after 2026 years. Some efforts made by the church, or not, it's not the church. They pose, but it's a great idea to get together and do what? You know what I mean? It's like by that time, Sunday, baby, you're on the weekend. You're on the weekend. You want to be on the strong end to get together. You don't just break down and say, come together. Is that a prayer now? No, it isn't. You don't even know what prayer is. Prayer is being grateful for the energy and the littlest thing. Even if it's the bad experience, you're like, thank you, God, I freaking am able to get stronger from this or whatever, right? And boy, with all of the illnesses and stuff that money is making out there, how do you do that, right? By the way, there's a chance for you right now. You have a communications device. If you misuse it, you'll feel really guilty. You're feeling bad right now, right? You're looking at me going, shh, how do I ever catch up with Shauna? Good luck. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to just, I am asking you, stop it. Stop this ego. You're not using social media right. Okay, I'm a little bit impatient, right? Because I know that my demeanor has been horrible for the past 5 years, but do you remember before then? I do. I remember one day I got 175 friend requests because of this one article I wrote, and it's the God vibration. It wasn't me, it was the truth. And I said it in such a shimmering way that it attracted, it's called God's approval. See, wow. See, I would love to just get back into that. That's the real me. A lot of us were separated from, and we had this. We really have to come clean now and level up to, like, well, what were you saying about your faith and about blah blah blah? It's like, well, we kind of got through it. I didn't take no vaccines. I've always been wary of them all my life. I have a story about it. Well, my mom, they don't know any better, and they try to take you to get a vaccine or something. Or for me, it was what was it? I guess it was a tetanus shot or something because I stepped on a nail, and I didn't want it. I ran out of the building, and I didn't trust my mom at that point. So I was 5 years old when I did this, and when I ran to the car, but I ran down like 9 cars down, and I sat and I watched her walk to the car because I was like, man, this woman. And so she saw me and she said, Shauna, you don't have to get the shot. Let's go. I was like, oh, good, mommy, I love you. Thank you. Love my mom. Um, half an hour long. And you guys don't really have time for shit, let alone me, right? And we get one look at me and like, oh, that shirt she's wearing. And the drawers are open in the background. And how come her hair is like that? You people are so useless. And you're eating a lot. You're called a useless eater, by the way. I see what they're doing. Yeah, essential work means, can you understand what I said? I said it 3 times. The Pope is asking you right now, can you take the money away from these people? Have you noticed the manipulators around you? People that, okay, like my friend Cheryl said, she said, man, if I had the money that these people had around me, okay, my neighbor too, like he up and jumps, oh, he gets a free deal. And he fucking poisons himself. That's the thing that you can see too. These people that think they do money the best or something. They do money the best. You get a deal. Buy one, get 3 free. Well, that's poison, whatever it is. It's junk, whatever it is. Yeah. And so it's a big stay still, stand down, and watch out for these fucking people that are unreal. Disarm them somehow. You can disarm them by using your social media correctly. Man. See, here's the problem that I have is that I noticed narcissists or narcissism a long time ago, and what it is just underdeveloped, unevolved little people in big bodies. They are just, it's unfortunate. They don't have a connection to God. They don't know up from down, and then they pretend that they do. They're kind of just, and they have to do a lot of work just to get a little way, and they do it. See, that lot of work, see, they get right in front of the teacher, and they're like, and they get it done. See, the human being doesn't do that. They're like, they want to get away from that. They go, I have a beautiful backyard life. I like playing with my cat and my piano and my axes and my nails, and I'm 6 years old, and I'm just wanting to learn and be free. This place where you set me under the lights that are doing the silent 60 hertz hum, I'm trying to stay awake. Oh, God. Woo! I'm so glad those days of sitting in those fucking classrooms. They're telling you the truth right there, and you wouldn't believe how far it goes back. Yeah, now we have the class wars coming out of those classrooms. It's so disgusting. Yeah, it starts in the side of the schools there, where you see the little narcissists in the sandbox, right? They talk about it. They're little bullies, and so I think that they call it a sandbox thing because I think that there was at a time, the teachers started seeing it coming up. I mean, the real scholars, people that were turned into babysitters, basically, they're like, okay, so there's the sandbox where they're all trying to, what are they trying to do? They're ganging up on each other at the age anywhere from 6 to 10, right? They're trying to establish, they're just being what they'll be for the rest of their life. Because there isn't a self there. They don't even know that they're fighting. They don't know what they're doing. It's the sandbox crew, the bully, bully, bully. And that's what they know how to do, is to go, oh, I'm up, you're down. And it's like, now go to the classroom and do the same thing, but get your A and get the approval of another weirdo, which is just making money. Take their money away, disarm them. Sorry, boy, it's complicated.